Now this is a beautiful location. Well, this sucks. My sandal just broke. Darn. Man, it sure is beautiful today. It's like we are in the good side of spring. You know, where it still has like that hint of coldness to it, but it's not really cold. And there's that warmth there, but it's not like summer. Anyway, guys, I love this kind of weather. And anyway, guys, after going through North Georgia, seeing the abandoned carnival and the train depot in Chatsworth, I figured we would get back to a project I've been working on for a while now. And that is to see all 59 Tennessee state parks in the entire state of Tennessee. And today, guys, we are at a very special one today. We are at Tennessee's first state park. Right here in front of us is the beautiful one and only Harrison Bay. Anyway, this park was created in 1937, and it is the very first state park, as I was saying. And you got to think this place was the catalyst of the Tennessee State Park system. Now, it was originally created by TVA, and when they built the bay, or when they flooded this area, it did take some stuff with it. It did partially submerge Harrison, Tennessee. Now, Harrison, Tennessee, there is some of it left as you're driving through Harrison Bay State Park, especially to get to the bay / riverfront here. It's also a nice swimming spot, by the way. Now, there are 3 historic Cherokee campgrounds that are submerged in this area as well. That's one of the main things, or one of the main locations that was flooded when TVA put the dam in. But anyway, guys, mostly Harrison Bay is a recreational based park. There is a lot of camping here. There are a lot of trails. There's a lot of fishing spots. There is an aviary and interpretive center that I do want to see today. And there is even a marina here. So while there's not really anything well, actually, I take that back. There is some historical stuff here. Harrison Bay, I don't think a lot of people realize this, but Harrison Bay has a twin park that's not far down the river, and that is Booker T. Washington. And during the days of segregation and civil rights, Booker T and Harrison Bay, well, Harrison Bay was the white state park, or I should say the white park, and Booker T was the African American park. Now, obviously, times have changed, but if you look hard enough, you can find historical photos saying whites only, and, well, of course, coloreds only. Now, that's kind of a word that that's bad to say. I'm just using it as an example, but just for historical interpretive reasons. But anyway, you guys, we're going to explore this recreational based park. We're going to check it out. There's so much to do here, so let's do it. And this is one thing that I never quite understood, or how this became a geographical location, is that this right here in front of us, this is an island. Like, if you look at the map at Harrison Bay State Park, this right here is an island. I forget what the name of the island is, but the only thing that makes it an island is this submerged sandbar right here. And even then, like during the warmer months, like into summer, when the water goes down a bit, it doesn't really become an island anymore. It just becomes like just another part of the riverfront. So just think about that. I just walked onto an island. You know what, you guys? This is so peaceful. And, you know, I'd probably say this is one of my more favorite parks, especially during the warmer parts of summer when it just gets like super hot outside. I mean, right now you could swim. It is a little bit chillier though, but honestly, I'm not complaining. So I think now we're gonna check out the Aviary and the Historical Interpretive Center. It is open. Luckily, it kind of varies seasonally. And this sucks. My sandals just broke. Now, unlike the owls at Cumberland Mountain State Park, these birds are out. But I think the main reason why they were in their cubbies was because it was just so darn cold outside at the time. Let's look at this guy. This is a red-tailed hawk. Now, I'm pretty sure there's a reason why there is some glass right here. He's like, "No, what are you doing? Quit it, dummy." Anyway, it's just so cool to see these birds of prey out. He's like, "No. I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to scare ya." And now I don't see anything in this one. I imagine that it's either vacant or I'm just not seeing the bird. However, in the cage next to the red-tailed hawk, we have a turkey vulture. And now this is one of the things that I like that both parks do. I imagine there is a state-funded program for this, but they do take care of bird species like these big birds of prey. They get hurt, they get hit on the side of the road. Somebody might be really mean to them and they can't be on their own anymore. So I imagine this is what happened to these guys. He's just like, "No, turn your camera away from me, human. I don't like you." Harrison Bay State Park Raptor Aviary. Construction of this aviary was made possible by funding of volunteer labor from the Friends of Harrison Bay State Park, donations by the family and friends of Beth Hudson Berry, and special donations to Dolores Hale, Volunteer Electrical Group Co-op, Harrison Bay State Park, and many other individuals. Dedicated September 27th, 2014. But yeah, that explains a little bit of history about these guys. And it kind of makes sense. 2014. I know this aviary has been out here longer, but it looks like they have really taken care of the place. Because I want to say 2007, 2008, it was kind of not in the best shape, but not in the worst shape either. I'm just watching this turkey vulture right here. I'm curious to see what he'll do. He's probably like a red-tailed hawk over there. He's like, "Get the camera away from me." Kind of like my sister Lily. Now let's check out the inside of the Interpretive Center. It does say that it's open. So let's see what they've got in here. I've never actually been in here before. Okay, you guys, I was just now talking to the guy at the desk. Now, the empty cage right there, that was Marley's cage, and sadly she passed away not long ago. Look at this. That is a red-tailed hawk taxidermy. That is beautiful. The red-tailed hawk's name was Scarlet. From what I was told, she is missing a wing. And Happy is blind in one eye. So, as I was saying to you guys out there, there's a reason why they can't be let out into the open. Right here's some display boxes of the life cycle of an ant, mosquito, honeybee. By the way, these are really important. And well, least we forget the ladybug. You know, as the saying goes, if one lands on you, that's a sign of good luck. And over here on the desk, we've got a turtle shell. Forgot what type of species. I don't think it's a red-eared slider, but it's a turtle. What else do they have here? Like a small snake. Some artwork right there. Harrison Bay State Park. Talking about skinks, box turtles. I mean, yeah. This historical interpretive center. It's just about everything. Oh, and this is cool, you guys. These are all hand painted by somebody who worked here. You've got the yellow poplar, or scientific name, Liriodendron tuaperifera. I forget what the raccoon was. Of course, you know, box turtle, catfish, honeybee. And this is a new one that I just learned about, but the state pie is pumpkin pie. That is pretty darn cool. See, we've got a red-tailed hawk skull, bald eagle skull, and a great horned owl. Oh, and by the way, there's the map. It would not be an interpretive center if you did not have a corn snake. She seems to be rather friendly. Like, hey, stop filming me. Gosh, I love nature. Maybe she'll come up closer. Maybe not. That was cool. But now, you guys, let's go to another place here at the state, or here at Harrison Bay. That's another really cool spot. And of course, I'm talking about the marina. If you followed my channel long enough, y'all know I had a sailboat. I got a sailboat now, and I lived at a marina for about 3 years. Has it really been 3? Man, look at these boats. It makes me miss my Cal 30, or not Cal 39, my Cal 29 a lot. Granted, I've still got my, I've got the Yontu, my McGregor. But it's been a while since I've seen the big boats like this. And now, unlike having to deal with barnacles and everything, you just gotta deal with all that gelatinous crap. Or at least that's what I imagine. Way easier to clean. Because one of the things that I learned when living on a boat down in Florida is that the barnacles will weigh it down. The gelatinous stuff that you get on like a river system, much like Harrison Bay and the Tennessee River, you can go a while with, like, you can go way longer without having to shuck it off. At least that's what I imagine anyway. Gosh, owning a boat was so peaceful back then. But those were different times and different days. A lot has changed. You know what, you guys? Y'all should check out some of my older vlogs, like my pre-Dream Poet, or my pre-Dream Poet vlogging series, when I vlogged 300, or almost a whole year straight vlogging. That was hard, and if the unpleasantness hadn't happened, I probably would have made my dream happen. Ooh, look, a turtle. Am I not turtly enough for the turtle club? Ah, dude, and look at the barge. I don't know who owns that. But you know what? You could turn that into a tourist barge if you wanted to. That would be cool. Like maybe go into some of these areas that are kind of hard to get to. This feels so much like home, but it's not. I miss living on a boat. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I miss it so much. Huh, look at that one. She's a little bit smaller, but she sure does make me think about, Sophia Shiloh. I forget what, this may be a hunter. I think it's a hunter. Check out this one. Now this girl sure has seen some better days. Anyway, what's her name? The Phoenix. And looks like she came from somewhere in Tennessee. But you know what? If you were to fix her up, man, she would be a boat. I mean, she's still a boat now, but just imagine what she was like back in her heyday. That would have been really awesome. You know what? I wonder how much money it is for a slip ran out here. Because it would be nice to have the Yontu out here. That way, I mean, I like it at the cabin just because it's easier to maintain. But if I wanted to take her out on the Tennessee River, where there's a lot more wind and a lot more wake room, I guess you could say, maybe like bringing her out here would maybe be a better idea. Anyway, this summer we're gonna sail the Yontu. Now, not far from those awesome boats, we have the visitor center. Well, the visitor center, which is also the gift shop and the marina office. Now, when I was younger, there used to be, well, I spoke too soon. I wasn't sure if the restaurant that was in here was still around, but as you can clearly see, Dockside Cafe. You see, guys, it kind of pays to be focused when you're out walking around and doing a video. My goodness, now that is a way to show yourself as a Tennessee State Park. And here they've got a pretty awesome butterfly garden. But right now the plants are still growing. But I imagine like when it becomes like late spring, like here in May and into summer, I'm pretty sure that you're gonna see plants and butterflies and everything in this one little garden. So now let's go check out the visitor center and gift shop. I think the best gift shop that I have seen so far in the Tennessee State Park Service is Fall Creek Falls. So far that has been the most beautiful, like most interactive one. Huh, they've got some interesting stuff. They've got some t-shirts.
At 4:30. So if you go and
course,
see a site there,
the ever reliable.
Oh,
actually, that's
a
t-shirt and a hat.
And you can get your site.
Okay, that's nice.
There's somebody there, personnel there.
Of course, they've got stickers. Now, I was told that they do have some more stuff in the A-frame camping office. We will probably stop there at some time today. And just because I want to share with y'all a little bit of the personal stories that I have with Harrison Bay. Huh. Oh, and these are laminated. Nice. And I've got some more stuff right here. Let me see. Charades card game. Harrison Bay. You never go wrong with the patches. The hoodies. Ooh, and they got these. They got the coffee cups. How much did? Oh, $11. They got a trash panda. Actually, that's a cool carving. Oh, that's cool. Harrison Bay State Park. I like that they have these kind of knives. They've got some of these too. The off-brand Legos, the butterfly, the bald eagle, the park ranger, of course, stuffed animals, and even the walking stick. Alrighty, you guys, I think we've seen just about everything in the gift shop. Now, in doing my research, I did not know that actually Harrison Bay State Park has a cemetery on its grounds. Again, it's like when you actually it's kind of weird when you've been to a place so many times in your life and you don't realize that some of these things that are there are there. And oh my God, they have Peppa Pig. Now, I will say this much. The park map downloads on Tennessee State Parks on their website, that is such a godsend, especially for what I'm doing. And that is how I found out about this cemetery. Now, on his Harrison Bay State Park map, this is known as the Maddox Cemetery, and it dates all the way back to the mid-1800s. However, this park also goes by the McCobb Cemetery, so it's got two names. And from what I don't really know when the earliest interment was, but I just find it so cool that this cemetery has been here this entire time, and I have never once known about it up until now. And I find it so weird that this cemetery right here, it was at one time gated. Now obviously they did remove it, but I don't really know the story behind that. If you all know the history of the Maddox Cemetery, and you all know why this row of fencing was taken out, please tell me. This is interesting because it looks like for a long time this was gated off from the rest of the cemetery. I mean, obviously these cemeteries are very old, kind of like this one right here. You can tell it dates back to around the 1800s. Looks like Adam Maddox. He was born May 26, 1816, and he passed away April 11th, 1867. What does it say about this one right here? Now that's an old one. That one dates all the way back to 1839. So really, this cemetery goes back even further than the mid-1800s. Now, if I'm seeing this right, it looks like this is the older part of the cemetery. While right across from it is the new part of the cemetery. It looks like this cemetery still gets used relatively often, or at least for those who for their final resting place. It does look like these are relatively new headstones of people that have passed. And it looks like there is a small meditation garden. Wonderful was your love for us. Matt, Mason, Tanner, Hayden, Landon, Zoe. This is cool. This is a really nice meditation garden. Or at least a meditation garden. Let me see. A man of many talents, beloved son, father, brother, and friend. Tommy. John Thomas Morgan Jr. Born August 14th, 1964. Passed away June 23rd, 2016. Huh, so he was, he and my mom and dad were born the same year. Beverly Ann Morgan Wilcox, born May 8th, 1954, passed away, looks like about 2 years after her husband. I'll say, now this one is a really pretty headstone, especially with the lady sitting over top of it. I mean, the Morgan family really knows how to remember their family, because this is beautiful. Like, if I were to ever pass, hopefully years and years and years from now, many years from now when I'm old and fat, this is kind of what I hope my family would do for me. And you don't see headstones like this anymore, where the crypt is right above the surface. I think the last time I saw one of these was in Florida. And this gentleman right here, he was a Mason. You see the Messianic, I think that, actually, I can't tell. Yeah, Messianic. The G. All construction. Well, I can't think of the word at the moment, but it's that thing. And now I can't quite read his headstone, but the symbol right here, it's usually what indicates something that they were in the U.S. military. So thank you, sir, for serving. I had no clue any of this was here. So now we're gonna go to the campsites at Harrison Bay. We're going to check out the A-frame camp registration area, and then we're going to talk about my family's personal history, or some of the experiences that I had with my family growing up going to Harrison Bay. Now, where have I seen one of these types of buildings before? Oh yeah, at Cumberland Mountain State Park. Yeah, I like A-frame style buildings. For my teenage years, I actually grew up in one. Anyway, looks like we've got to take a book, leave a book. See what's inside of it. See what type of books. Black Wolf, Danielle Steele, Going Home. And let me see some, looks like one children's book and a novel. But what I'm mostly curious about is to see what all is in the gift shop, like the big gift shop / registration center, because the marina didn't have a whole lot to it. Oh yeah, this is way more. Yeah, you guys, compared to what was at the marina gift shop, registration building has a lot more stuff in it. A lot of various other knickknacks here and there. And of course I've got some camping equipment. Let's see, a fire starter, get everything going, bike lock, some geodes, you know, you crack them open and they're crystallized on the inside. It's been a while since I've cracked one of these. Ah, and that's neat. Look at the atmosphere. Like well, they're not really old signs, they're laminated pieces of cardboard, but that's just so cool. It gives definitely the camping vibe. You know what, you guys, maybe I should make a vlog camping out here in the future. It's been a while since I've done it. Let me see. Please do not feed wildlife. And yeah, I was right. I did hear some chickens. I mean, the lady at the front desk was saying that they're still incubating, but they did hatch just a couple of hours ago. As Ed from Ed and Eddie would say, I love chickens, Double D. But yes, you guys, I love chickens. And again, look at more of the interior. That is just so cool that they have, well, they're fake lanterns. That's just so neat. You know, it definitely fits the world of camping. And you know, it's a cool place when it has a half canoe display area. That was neat. You know, in a way, this building right here, it kind of reminded me of that old show on Disney. Oh, what was it? Gravity Falls. That's what the registration building here at Harrison Bay reminds me of. But here, you guys, where all the campsites are, or at least where the RV parking is, there is one campsite that I want to see. And that will be the end of our vlog today. As you all may have figured out by now, I have grown up coming here. And there is one camping spot that my grandparents used to come to all the time. And it's really awesome. So let's go see if it's not occupied. And here is that camping spot. It is camping spot number 36. And my grandparents, my family, there would be many times that we would come to this particular camping spot because my mama absolutely loved it. A lot of good memories, especially from my teenage years. We used to fish right over in that area, right over there. I mean, those were some good times. Makes me miss my papaw. Actually, we're not that far off from the anniversary of my papaw's passing. It was April 23rd, 2021 that he passed. You know, it still kind of hits close to home. But anyway, guys, if you really like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Always means a lot. Goes to show that y'all care and that y'all want to see more awesome videos. So without further ado, you guys, this vlog is over. See y'all in the next one.